Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's me Ashil, to those of you who are new here. And today we're going to deviate a little from our weekly vlogs, and we're going to talk about contract hire versus direct hire agencies. So if you're interested in knowing a little more about each to make your decision a bit easier, please stay tuned and watch till the end.
I'm looking down from up in the sky, I don't.
Right, so I have my notes here because you know I like giving factual information. I don't want anybody to say, well, as she said on her channel. No. I have my information here because I want to be as thorough and factual as possible. Right, so like I said, two agencies offering different things. What is the difference between the two? This is what we're going to delve into today. So with the direct hire, let's start off with them. The direct hire pretty much offers a nurse, an international educated nurse, a foreign educated nurse, same thing, offers them a job with a hospital in the US. So directly connects them to a hospital. There is no middleman. You're not working for the agency that links you to that hospital. You're working directly for the hospital, right? Direct hire. However, with the contract hire, there's a little difference, meaning that you go through a middleman. So whichever agency you sign up with, this is the staffing agency that you will be working for, as opposed to the hospital itself. So they will be the ones paying you, they will be the ones taking care of all your benefits, etc., as opposed to the actual hospital, which they are contracting you for, right? So this is pretty much the major difference between the two. Before, some benefits that you would have gotten with the direct hire, you would not have gotten it with the contract agencies. But right now, these things have changed. The contract hires actually allow for a lot more leeway, for lack of a better term. So let's just delve into these a little bit deeper. So like I said, direct hire, working directly for the hospital, no middleman. Let's look at some of the benefits of that. So like I said, the main benefit, you're working for a hospital, you're not working for a nursing agency. With that, of course, comes great benefits. Because you're working for a hospital or directly for that hospital, you're making the same pay as all your other colleagues. You're not making less, you're not making more. Whatever advantages, whatever benefits they're entitled to, so are you, because you are in a permanent position working for that hospital. Sold. Sold, right? Other benefits, you decide what state you want to move to. So with the direct hire, they don't tell you, okay, you're going to Alabama, you're going to New York. No, you are in charge of the state you want to go. So if you have family in Connecticut and you prefer to be placed in Connecticut just to be closer to family, then you have that option with the direct hire, which I find is amazing. Also, you have your green card sponsorship. So of course, they sponsor yourself and your immediate family. So your husband, your wife, your children, you get everybody to move to the US at the time you're going. So your green card sponsorships are covered. They also help with NCLEX preparations and IELTS preparations. So none of them that I researched went into depth in terms of what help they provide, whether it's financial help or actual help in terms of preparing for the exam. I'm not sure if they do pay for the exam or if they just provide study material for you to be ready for the exam. I am not sure. That you can probably go into a little more on your own, because I will give some examples of direct hire companies as well as contractual agencies. So you have that option. I'm just giving you the little basics today, okay? So like I said, they do help with IELTS and the NCLEX. They cater not only to nurses, not only to staff nurses like myself, they actually do cater to nurse practitioners. I think some of them do cater to radiologists, physiotherapists. Yes, that's the word. Physiotherapists, I think occupational therapists, some of them, I'm not sure. This is another thing you'll have to go, depend on the agency that you decide to go with in the end. You will figure out who they cater to. But some of them do cater to more than just staff nurses, right? And this is well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So these are pretty much the benefits. I'm hoping that I'm just browsing through here to make sure that I don't miss anything. Some of them also do cater to certified nursing assistants, which in St. Lucia are called health aides. So I'm not sure if, well, I mean, that's the equivalent to health aides in St. Lucia, but I'm not sure if the certification is on the same level. I'm not sure. So again, if you are a certified nursing assistant or a health aide, you can probably reach out to any of these agencies if you are interested and see if your certifications match up with what they're looking for, etc. I'm not sure, but they do cater to certified nursing assistants, right? So let's move on to staffing agencies, which are the contract hires. So with the contract hires, like I said, the major difference is that you are going to be working for the staffing agency. So you're not working for the hospital. You are working for the length of your contract for the staffing agency. You also are provided with support. So with the staffing agencies, what I realize is a big difference is that they pay a lot of your pre-deployment expenses. So for example, they will pay for your IELTS, they will pay for your NCLEX, they will probably pay, depends again, some may vary, depends with the agency that you actually decide to go with. Some will pay for your airfare too, because of course they don't provide the NCLEX exams in the Caribbean. You have to fly to the US. So they will take care of your accommodation in the US. They will take care of your flight to go to the US. They will pay for the exam. They will pay for transportation to and from the exam. They will cover everything. So again, you're working for them. So you're pretty much working for your money. In other words, so when you're actually in the US working, I guess at that point is when you're going to pay back all that money they spent for you pre-deployment, which I mean is not a bad bargain, right? So you have much more financial assistance with the contract hires. They cut a lot of your pre-deployment costs, and I mean they can really get very expensive before moving to the US. So that is a plus. I mean, again, it's what you are looking for, right? Another thing with the staffing agencies, most of them now, which was not a thing before. I think when I first started looking into staffing agencies, you were assigned to a state. But right now, a lot of them, after my research, I realized allow you to choose your state because they have, I guess, over the years, created more affiliations with hospitals throughout all the states. So I think right now you do have more say in terms of where you want to go. I went with a contract agency and I chose my state. So yes. They also, in addition to paying for your NCLEX and IELTS, they give NCLEX and IELTS training. So they give classes, they give study material, etc. So all of these would ensure that you pass your NCLEX, so they don't have to be wasting money on you, and that they're guaranteed a sure pass to ensure that you can move to the US and work for them in a timely fashion, right? Yes. I think these were the main differences between the two. So I can speak a little on both because I actually explored both of them. I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos, which I may link up there for those of you who have not seen. I actually did have a little stint with both the contract hires and the direct hires. After I passed my NCLEX, I was trying to figure out which I should go for. So I initially went with one direct hire. They required a BSN, which I did not have at the time. So with me not having the BSN, they were willing to take me. However, they were not willing to place me in a hospital setting. They were willing to place me in a skilled care facility. So I was not about that life. I mean, again, it's what you want. It's what you see yourself doing, and I did not see myself doing skilled care nursing because that wasn't me. I mean, I was already attached to my babies. I know I wanted a hospital setting, a NICU setting. So I'm like, I weighed my options and I decided no. And I mean, I had already got into the process of interviewing with a skilled care facility and not accepting, but on the verge of accepting their contract. And I'm like, no, actually, that's not what you want. You will not do well in a skilled care facility. That's not for you. So I know what they offer, and I can speak firsthand on that. It's a good opportunity. If you are into skilled care facility, if you already have your BSN, which means that they can link you directly to a hospital, then to be quite honest, if I had my BSN, I would have gone with a direct hire as opposed to a contract hire. But the fact that I was at a disadvantage because I had not done my BSN and I did not want to do skilled care facility nursing, then I went to the contract hire. But that was my limitation because of my, my education. But it's up to you. So you have that option to go with the direct hire and have all your money to yourself, not having to, not having to work for a middleman. And so of course, with me not meeting the needs of the direct hire, I decided to go contract hire, which is how I ended up in the US. And well, I have been sharing my journey with you guys, so you know what has been cons of that and what has been the benefits of that for me. So I will not go and make this video extra long. Let's just look at some of these agencies. So with the direct hire, the first two, well, these are the only two that I actually saw. I am not sure if there are more. If you know of more, please leave them down below. I'm sure it may help somebody, so leave them down in the comments. I had first-hand experience with Connetics. So Connetics is a direct hire. I initially started with Worldwide Health Staff Solutions. So this is another direct hire. This is the one that told me that I needed a BSN in order for me to be in a hospital setting. Whereas with Connetics, I went with them, I weighed my options, and I found them late. I had already started with the contract hire when I found out about Connetics. They were not as strict as the Worldwide Health. So with Connetics, they were actually looking to place me in the NICU. However, the places that I was getting the jobs, I was not too keen on. So I would get, like, I had an interview scheduled for a hospital in Alaska. I had an interview scheduled for one hospital in, I don't want to lie, I think it was Nevada. These were places which were not on my list. They were not on my list, and I feel like at the time I just wanted to stick to the places on my list, which is the main reason I did not go. Also, the communication lagged a bit on their end. Like, I would wait weeks for her to get back to me in terms of whether she had any updates on interview dates, etc. Nothing. So I kind of lost interest because, I mean, you know, us humans, we don't like to wait, especially if something like that, I'm looking forward, I'm really hyped and stuff for my move, and then you're just like wasting my time. So I'm like, okay, probably I'm supposed to do a contract hire. And like you would have known if you were watching my other videos, my first interview is what I took and is how I found myself here. So yes, so Connetics, I will link them all down below. Connetics and Worldwide Health Staffing Solutions. That these are the two direct hire companies that I know of. Like I said, there may be more. If you do know, link them down below. Well, put them in the comments. Not link them down below. Put them in the comments. And for our staffing agencies, the first three I know are, well, not three, the first two I know are very common in my country, St. Lucia. I'm sure there may be others that I may have missed, but I'm just going to say the 5 that I got in my research, and most of them fall under the benefits that I spoke of with the staffing agencies, most of them offer the same benefits. So like I said, some of them may differ, may vary, but again, please do your own personal research. I'm just starting it for you. So there is Medpro Staffing, Medpro Staffing Agency. There is Avant. These I think are the most common ones back home in St. Lucia. These are the ones that a lot of the nurses are using. So Medpro Staffing, Avant. There is also Grady Peyton. I think the older nurses used to use that one. I think before all of these new staffing agencies, that was one of the older staffing agencies. So they've been there for a while, but I'm not sure if they're being used a lot, especially by the younger generations. I do not know, but that is an option to consider. There is also Conexus. So Conexus MedStaff, that is another contract hire agency. I thought I had 5, but apparently I have 4. Oh, how could I forget? Passport USA. I'm like, I think I had 5. Where's the other one? So Passport USA. For those of you who are watching for the first time, this is the agency that I use. It is a contract hire, and they did, at the time, like I said, I had already done my IELTS and my NCLEX exams. So they actually plan to reimburse me. I'm not going to say they reimbursed me because I haven't seen that money yet, but they do reimburse you according to what they say. They do reimburse you if you have taken your IELTS, if you have taken your NCLEX, and you have proof to show, of course, receipts to show that you paid for them. They do reimburse you for these expenses. So if you're going in without the IELTS, without the NCLEX, they will pay for these for you. So these are just a few of the options. I'm sure that there are many more to consider. Like I said, I'm just starting your research. So please, guys, let me know what you think about this information that I gave. Please leave in the comments what you would like me to touch base on. I mean, I have a little more time now, so I can do research for you. I have no issues. Just let me know what you want to see, what are the information that I may be able to shed some light on. If I am touching on the right topics, let me know, let a sister know. And of course, you can follow me, stalk me on Instagram, Achille Antoine. I'm barely on TikTok, so I don't even think it's necessary to say TikTok on here. But yes, definitely like, share, and do subscribe, and enjoy the week. Like me, I like a magnet to a